Hello, in this video we are going to look at more applications of algebra. So in particular, writing an algebraic expression for perimeter. Let's check it out. Write an expression for the perimeter in simplest form. Okay, so to start with, just always start with a formula. Perimeter of a rectangle, you can add up all the side lengths, or you can do this one, 2 times length plus width. Or in other words, if you want to expand it, if that looks easier, 2L plus 2W. All right. Now, what is the length of this rectangle? The length is the longest side, which is 8x. The width is the shorter side, which is 3x. So we can now substitute. So 2 times the length, which is 8x, plus 2 times the width, which is 3x. We're just writing an expression. So our answer is going to have variables in it. If it said evaluate, we are going to be substituting more numbers. Okay, so we will have letters in our answer. Now let's use BIDMAS to simplify this a little bit more. So BIDMAS says multiplication must come before addition. So I'm looking at these guys. So 2 times 8x, well 2 times 8 is 16, x times 1 is x, plus 2 times 3, which is 6x. And can we simplify this further? Because they want our answer in simplest form. Yes, we can, because they're like terms. X and x are like terms. So 16 plus 6. So I'm thinking 16 plus 4 gets me to 20, plus another 2 gets me to 22. So that is our expression for the perimeter of this rectangle. So always make sure you simplify as far as possible by collecting like terms. And let's check out our next one. Write an expression for the perimeter in simplest form. Okay, so perimeter, I think, all right, I'm walking around the outside of a shape, adding up all the sides as I go. But notice that there are some sides that don't even have anything written on them. So we have to actually use reasoning to find what these sides are. Now, the best way to do this, okay, is to highlight the horizontal and then highlight the vertical widths, the vertical lengths, okay? I'm going to show you what I mean, how this helps, all right? So I'm first looking at how on earth could I find the length of this side? Well, I look at all my other horizontal lengths given, so I'm going to highlight them. That's a horizontal length, and this is a horizontal length. Right, so this length here is going to be, it's the sum of this length and this length. Can you see that? You're adding up those sides. So once you see it, you see it. So I'm going to say that this is 3y plus y. And then if I simplify that further, 3y plus y is 4y. All right, so I've found that side through reasoning. Now I'm going to go over and have a look at my vertical side lengths in another color. Vertical side lengths, because I don't know this side, right? But I can find it because I have some other vertical side lengths. Those two. Now this here is going to be this, like, it's the total of our vertical lengths, right? So we've got 2 plus x gives this total. All right, now let's write that. 2 plus x. All right, and now we know all of our side lengths, all right? Well, we've got an expression for all of our side lengths. So we just go around and we just add them up. All right, because there was a formula for perimeter of a rectangle, but this one, you're just going to use the fact that perimeter is walking around the outside of the shape. Now I'm going to cross off the side lengths as I go, so I don't count any twice or leave some out. So we got perimeter is 4y plus 2 plus x, crossing off as I go, plus y plus x, don't forget this little guy in here, plus 3y plus 2. And then I'm back to the beginning. Now, it says in simplest form. So have we answered it yet? That doesn't look very simple to me. So let's make it simpler. Now I look here and I just notice I can put in some invisible ones just to help me out. Now you need to have like terms in order to add them. So I'm going to underline my y's in a jaggedy underline. And let's add them up. So 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7, 8. So collecting those y's together gives me 8y. And then I'm going to look at my x's. All right, and I'm just going to underline them in a straight line. So we've got 1x plus 1x, no other x's. So 1x plus 1x is 2x. And then I've got my normal numbers, which maybe I'll circle my normal numbers. So I got 2 and I got 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. And we can't simplify that any further, right? These are not like terms. So we have written an expression for the perimeter. Remember, expressions will have variables in them. They're not going to be a single number. All right. And last question for this video. Now let's make it just a little bit simpler by putting this down. Let's go. So here we have a 5-sided shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're saying write an expression for the perimeter of this regular pentagon. Perimeter. Perimeter, you walk all the way around the outside, and it says that these are equal side lengths, right? That marking. So this is x. So you could write x plus x plus x plus x plus x, but that is the same as 5x. Right? We just use multiplication to write it a little bit simpler. If each side length were doubled, so now each of these side lengths is 2x. Double means times 2. Double means times 2. What would the perimeter be? Well, the perimeter, there's 5 sides, and their side length is 2x. So let's do it. 5, so we multiply these little normal numbers. 5 times 2 is 10. X times 1 is just x. So that's an expression for our perimeter of this shape in simplest form. If each side length were increased by 5, what would the perimeter be? All right, so now let me get rid of all this. Just want to clear our diagram. Now it says if each side length were increased by 5, so that means that each of these side lengths increased by 5 means x plus 5 all the way around. You could write it all the way around. So increased by 5, what would the perimeter be? Well, we've got 5 lots of x plus 5 this time, and you need those brackets. So many people forget them. So 5 times x plus 5, right? X plus 5 is written 5 times. And your question will either say leave it in factorized form or simplify by expanding brackets. So I'll just expand the brackets here. So we show them both ways. So this is currently in factorized form if there's brackets. If it says leave in expanded form, crab claw. Reach out to the first number, that's 5 times x. Reach out to the second number, that's 5 plus 5 times 5. And if this is confusing, go back and have a look at my video on expanding one pair of brackets. So this, we write it without our multiply sign, so 5x plus 25. And we have written an expression for perimeter here. Remember those brackets. So in the next video, we're going to look at writing algebraic expressions for area. of these shapes. Okay, so I will see you there.